Well, Tesla's wrecked. So, as Dale Earnhardt would say, "Well, hey man, what happened? Got in a wreck?" Yeah, we can all see that. So, trashed a Tesla today, but not how you think. And it's probably a little harsh saying I crashed a Tesla today and trashed it, whatever. But what actually happened was, I'm not texting and driving, by the way. It just looks that way. I'm watching the road. I'm not watching the video. And anyway, so I'm in a van now because, you know, it's super cool. But yeah, I was driving the Tesla about 20 miles an hour, making a right turn to go to the office building that I manage as a side gig. And there was a large clamp on the road that was the color of the pavement in the potholes that have been repaired. So it's like a gray black mix, you know, blended right in perfectly. It's perfect camouflage. And I usually straddle those potholes because they're too much even if they're repaired. So as I was doing that, as soon as I pulled into that lane, the rear right tire picked up the clamp, pierced the tire, ripped it around the wheel well, trashing the quarter panel and the rear bumper. Again, trashing to my standards. To most people, they're like, "Wait, did something happen?" But to me, I see it's dented outwards on the fendered lip and two gouged areas. And then as they came around the back of the tire, up to the bumper goes all the way to the rear wheels, like any new car now. And the bumper got gouged as well. PPF film didn't do much there because it was too much of an impact. And then the thing flew off the car and stayed on the road, and my tire just, you know, got a gash on it and just leaked down in 2 seconds. I heard the noise. It was like somebody was like throwing rocks at the car. It was like, oh, there's no way this is not damaged. So I just pulled to the side and assessed the damage, got the piece that caused the damage, and I called Tesla roadside assistance, and they were very quick to respond, and they would tow me for free to a Tesla service center. But I didn't want to go to a Tesla service center. I wanted to go to my mechanic that I've been going to for years because I'm loyal to my mechanics and he's always done a good job. So shout out to Performance Automotive. And so I towed it over there with a flatbed because you have to flatbed Teslas. And the tow truck driver wasn't familiar with Teslas that much, so I drove it onto the trailer, not the trailer, but the back of the flatbed. And he had some pieces of wood, blocks of wood, to help the front end not hit the steep inclined, flatbed, because that could happen. Very nice guy. Shout out to Able Brothers Towing. Good job. And so I drove it on there, no problem, and dropped it off. And now it's sitting there waiting for tires. Here's the cool part. The car comes with two different tires. You can have the Pirelli P0s or the Michelin Pilot Sport PS4s. I think I've talked about this in previous videos. Well, neither of them are in stock anywhere. And so I went to, the Pirellis, which I have now. They were supposed to be in stock at Tire Rack on 411. So I placed the order, and as soon as I placed the order, it changed to 416. And I was like, okay, well, that's not gonna work. So I canceled the order, and I ordered for half the price 2 Kumos. I don't even know what they are, but 2 cheap tires that are, not OE tires, because the OE tires for the Tesla have noise reduction technology. The tread area is a little wider for the same size in the comparable exact model tire that is not for Tesla. I have no idea why. And it's supposed to be lower resistance, different rubber compounds and all that. So the plan is, the Michelins are out of stock until June. So I'm gonna put these Kumos in the back. I'm gonna do 2 tires because they're down a little bit more than half worn at 16,000 miles. And then in June, July, whenever they come in, the Michelins come back in stock. I'll just replace all 4 tires with those. But yeah, I need to get the car back on the road. Unfortunately, it's gonna have to go to my auto body shop to get that bumper repaired. Probably gonna, I don't know if they're gonna fill it in, the little gouge that it has on it, if they're gonna replace the bumper cover. I have no idea. So I'm gonna take it there, and then I'm going to also have them repair the quarter panel. I'm hoping they can do a paintless dent removal. Maybe not, because it's really pushing it back in, not out. And I'm gonna try to avoid painting the quarter panel. Pretty sure the rear bumper cover is gonna have to be painted. Also, the rear bumper cover became unclipped partially on that side. I pushed it back in, most of it clipped back in, but I'll have Brandywine Coach Works take a look at that and see how we can repair it with minimal painting, because I hate painting stuff. So that was my Saturday. How was yours?